Power 92, Chicago's first choice for hip-hop. You know what it is, Real Radio. DJ Pharris, heavy hitter, Ciroc Boys in the building. Got my heavy hitter brother hanging out with me today in the Chi-Town. He's back home. Y'all already know. He needs no introduction. Everybody knows who he is. Kanye West is in the studio with me right now. Yay. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? Just waking up from that show last night. Had a good show, had a good rest, you know?
Yeah, I saw some footage of the show last night. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it out. We was Christmas partying and getting drunk last night, but how'd it go? How was the show?
Man, it was amazing.
Amazing?
It's hometown. I got a chance to, put together. This is my first show that I got to put together in 5 years with no collaboration, nothing, just like every thought that I had, and people responded to it.
From the lighting to the stage to all that. You put all that together. All that was your doing.
Yeah. Well, I did it for Watch the Throne, too. I did it for graduation. I did it for Go in the Dark. That's like one of the things I do.
Can I ask just how much a stage like that cost you? Can I ask that?
I don't have the exact figures.
But it's up there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I ain't look at the price tag. I ain't look at the price tag of the mountain.
That's when you know you balling. You ain't got to look at the price tag. Well, look, me and you, we go back way back, like since day one. Everybody in Chicago already knows that, plain and simple. I've been down with my man since day one. So, I wasn't bringing you in to do something typical that everybody else would do. Yeah. What I did, I'm like more for my listeners. Mm-hmm. So I wanted the people of Chicago that never get a chance to talk to you, that never get a chance to be in a room with you, or never get a chance to ask you a question, fans of yours that, I wanted to give them a chance to ask you questions and sort of let you vibe with your people, your fans.
Okay, cool.
Is that cool? So check it out. Let's go to the first caller and we do this. Yo, Real Radio, who is this and what's your question?
Mariah Smith. After your car accident and losing your mother and the birth of your child and being engaged to Kim Kardashian, how do you really view yourself as the man in the mirror, as Kanye West, as the hip-hop, artist, as the new fashion guru? Like, how do you really see yourself?
Wait a second, I don't know. She asked me about 8. That was like 12 questions at once. After this, and after this.
I guess with everything you've been through, and I guess, how do you view yourself now, being on top of the game?
Well, I'm still fighting. I'm still fighting for greater opportunities. Because once you see, the actual possibilities, I was like, I was just listening to songs on the radio, and I was listening to what people would sing about as, their concept of, what the end-all, be-all was. Mm-hmm. But after I've, been to Paris and designed with Louis Vuitton and designed with Nike, I could see where, the combination of creativity and influence could have a bigger platform that they weren't trying to hand out, that I'm fighting for right now. Yeah. So I see it's like when people are actually involved in city building, building, schools and building, entire communities up. Like I feel like that's my trajectory. I'm only 36 right now, but I picture when I'm 46 or when I'm 50, am I going, be singing about some new shoes that I got, or I'm gonna be making those new shoes for everybody, Yeah.
Speaking of shoes, you just inked a deal with Adidas, right?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Pretty good. When can we expect something on that?
Hopefully we have some by September. I just got back from Germany yesterday. I just landed on a plane 5 o'clock right before the show, coming in from Germany, and we were sitting there. I got the whole design squad. I've been putting together just a team of creatives, because just same as when I was trying to start with music, it was very important that I had the team. It wasn't just about me. It was also with Rhyme Fest, you bringing in records, Malik Youssef, Mickey Halstead, back in the day, Mike Love, John Monopoly, Don C. It was all about this team that, got me to the point of putting out the College Dropout and winning that first Grammy. So now, with this clothing, I had to develop a new team of killers the same way, So I got this one guy that designed for Prada for, 8 seasons. I got this one guy that designed with Karl Lagerfeld for 20 seasons. I got this one fabrics expert that did Stone Island and Givenchy and a couple of different brands. And I'm like, the real people, the underlayers that, what people need to understand is when you're a celebrity, you can get get a clothing deal, but it's a different. You get one of them type of clothing deals where people tell you what to do. Now, come on, I'm Kanye. You know, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I need a type of situation I can tell with them what to do. So now I've got a situation where basically Adidas is gonna, you know, open up the factory to me. They showed me around the factory, said, look, we could do this. We could print a shoe idea in a day. We can you know, we can provide you this type of structure. You know, I designed like 20 shoes yesterday. You know, wow. when I was at like Nike, you know, it was great, and I'm not trying to knock them in any way, but I definitely feel, I just got to say honestly, there was a bit of being like held back, of being controlled. You know, like if I wanted to give people, you know, Red Octobers for Christmas, me as Kanye West, I might only get a box of like 15. I got like 35 people on the list, 45 people on the list. You know, how many times people who knew me directly, I couldn't even get them a pair. You know, it'd be artists that only get the white ones, couldn't get the black ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that wasn't a situation for Jordan, but that type of control, that don't work with me. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to express with the new album. And it's funny, it's like people wasn't even really listening to the lyrics and stuff. And it ain't a situation where I'm trying to do no harm. I don't even know why people be, you know, trying to look at me, you know, in a bad way, because anything I've ever done is that I'm trying to just make more. And if I say, hey, I'm cold, that's not coming from a narcissistic standpoint. That's coming from I've done the research, I've been studying, I've proven that people react to this, and I'm not coming to the people saying, hey, I want a big opportunity. I'm coming to the corporation saying, I need an opportunity to give more back to the people. Mm-hmm. You're not giving me what I need to give the people what they need. And I know what they need. Look at them Louis I did. Look at them Yeezys I did. And then people be like, well, Ye, why don't you stick to the music? Well, I like creating in all these places. It's like when people used to be like, why don't you stick to beats? Because they was looking at me like I ain't have the look to be a rapper. And y'all seen what I did. And I was just thinking about Will Smith the other day. Like, man, that man went from being a rapper to being the #1, you know, actor. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So that's, you know what it's gonna be. Y'all seen what I did. I wasn't considered to be a rapper, and then I went and became the #1. And then let's not even talk about, you know, rappers. I'm gonna just say this statement like it's outside looking in. Forgive me if this, don't forgive me, do whatever you want, talk whatever you want to do, but I'm the #1 artist of the past 10 years. Like, hands down, no competition, ask any other artist, past 10 years, 10 years, I am the #1 artist of any genre. I made a new genre. It's a genre called Kanye West now. They don't even know what type of music that is.
Turn up.
You can't even put it in rap no more and stuff. So then I go and I do like a stage or something, and then there be people in the fashion. And I don't care about industries. You know what I'm saying? Like specific industries. These is boxes that people try to hold in. I just want to positively create inside of all these and outside of, and like really bring the world together in a positive way. You know, I'm just trying to make a bigger contribution with the talent I have. You know, the reasonable man adapts to the world. The unreasonable man, you know, makes the world adapt to him. So I imagine, you know, I seem unreasonable at times, but y'all know. It's the proof is in it. You hold them Yeezy. If you got a pair of Yeezys, you know that it. And let me tell you another thing. It's the power product. If I came out here handing out a whole bunch of Yeezy CDs to everybody, y'all be looking at me like I'm crazy. You be like, I already downloaded this. But if I came here with a box full of Yeezys, you be like, yeah, that's the man. Man, that's it.
That's the man.
And I see that.
It's true because I got one pair of Yeezys. The first pair, I'd never seen a pair after that. And this is my personal friend. I couldn't hold it against him. It wasn't his doing. If it was up to him, I would have had the Yeezys, every color. But like he said, Nike was in charge of it. But now you're in charge of your own thing. That's a good thing, man. We definitely gonna be looking forward to it. Will the stuff that you put out with Adidas, will it be affordable by the urban community?
Yeah, I think the Yeezy. You know, the Yeezy price point was $260.
People jacked them.
Yeah, they. And then I know that's an expensive shoe, but I'm gonna have all different. I mean, even Louis Vuitton, you could buy a wallet for like $200. That's what it. You know, I put, you know, these employees and this time that I put into it, it costs money to create.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't. You know, I'm not I'm not in the business of making a $10 t-shirt either, though. You know, I'm in the business of making what's the highest level of quality possible, but I'm also not trying to jack people, you know, at astronomical prices just because something is trendy either. Mm-hmm. You know, at a certain point, it's just going to, you know, level out. Like when I mentioned Walt Disney and Steve Jobs, these different names, I'm not saying I'm going to be the next one of them. I'm going to be the first Kanye West. I'm just trying to give you some perspective of the way I think and the possibilities of what a human being can do on this earth. Regardless if I got a record deal, if I'm signed to Universal, wherever I'm signed, if I'm from Chicago, if I just live on this earth right now, you know, I got, you know, I see the potential. I've seen people in front of me, you know, go from nothing to really empowering themselves. Like, of course, there's a level of empowerment. It's great to be a rock star. It's great to be a rap superhero. It's great to just get on TV and talk like I'm, you know, from Chicago at all times, talk as much as possible, you know, just people, honestly, you know, just that scared to like stand up for themselves or scared to just be themselves because they so scared that, you know, somebody not gonna like them. You know, I looked at these two options, like people liking me or me liking myself. I chose the latter, you know, and I think people gonna like me for liking myself eventually, and people gonna like themselves. This is about motivation, about self-esteem. If other people got the power to dream the same way I got the power to dream, more things are gonna happen. You know, it's a lot of things. You could be at your job. It could be like a manager that's holding you back. You got, you know, solutions, but your manager is saying, nah, that ain't gonna work because this is what we traditionally did. And you like, man, but I'm in these streets. I know what they want, blah, blah, blah. Let me add this, and I swear we're gonna do better. And then if you speak up too loud, you might get fired. So now you can't speak too loud. So I need to be a poster child of what it means to break all boundaries. Because I look at the inside of this TV, I look at all this matrix we in, I'm like, man, ain't none of this real. Ain't the only thing real is your family, your loved ones, the time that you have. Only luxury is time. The only thing promised is that you gonna die one day. So like Drizzy said, he said everybody, you know, dies, but not everybody lives. True. So we gonna live this to the maximum, to the fullest. You know, I was saying last night, man. Okay, yeah, he got more questions. I'm gonna let him ask more questions this year. Let's go.
Hey, all right, I'm gonna take it to the Instagram because, you know, with the social media now, people have so many ways to reach out. So Chicago in 23 wants to know, who is your biggest musical inspiration?
My favorite artist of all time is James Brown. And that's just learning, like, you know, initially when I was like 14, my favorite artist was Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. And then like my favorite rapper is Jay-Z. You remember when he come down and like perform at the Click or something? Yeah. I like opened up for him and everything. So
I remember very well.
And of course I loved Nas. I loved Crucial Conflict and Psychodrama. That's all the people I grew up, Twista, Common. But my greatest inspiration of all time musically is James Brown. And that era of music is my favorite era too. Wow. You know, that Stax, Motown. Yeah.
Who actually put you up on that era of music? Which one of the people in your family did?
You saying, did you put me up on
that? No. Heck no. I know I didn't put you up on it. I came later than that. You're like, your uncle was one of your uncles. Did they play music when you were at their house? Yeah. Like my auntie used to play music all night long. So
yeah, they did. My mom used to play music a lot, but it wasn't until I really got educated about sampling. I would listen to, you know how I would listen to them records. I'd be happy just to come over your crib and get like, you know, yeah.
Boy, take stacks of records out bigger than him out my basement, lugging the records up the stairs. Yeah. He was a hustler.
Yeah, and have all the records and listen to them all. And because I knew that, man, it'd be like, it's like the movie, like it's like any of them drug movies and stuff, and you see that thing that people need, and if you capsule it in the right way, you know, people gonna want that. And music is like a drug, and now it's like I know that product is like a drug. And I used to sit there, go to No ID crib and everything, just listening, trying to find them samples that I knew would connect with people, and you know, it worked out pretty good.
Yeah, it worked out damn good. I remember time this brother didn't even have a car. He was getting a ride from my guy Phil to bring him over to get the records, and then, man, I knew it, and I'm just so happy for you. Let's do another call.
This is Teddy. I want to ask him, what was the hardest thing to adjust to after becoming famous?
Man, people trying to make you not keep it real no more. You know, it's like some rules to like being famous where you're not supposed to be like you no more. You got to adjust to a lot of people's opinions. And if you think about anything I've ever said out loud, it's like something that your that your boy would say to you. 100%. While you in the car, he'll say exactly what Ye would say. But I'm the one that get in trouble because famous people just don't say what they think anymore. And I just say what I think and feel. And also, I just ain't scared. It's like I know that I'm going to be successful doing that, taking that approach. That's my approach, So the hardest thing to adjust to is I ain't going to adjust to it. I think it's more harder for other people for the fact that I did not adjust.
Mm-hmm. You know how people are. They're afraid of you. When you speak your mind, they're definitely afraid of you. Let's get another call.
Mariah, if you could go back and to talk to young Kanye West, what would you say to him?
Man, I would tell him do exactly whatever he wanted to do because he would be here now. I would let him know. Don't be so heartbroken about, different relationships where it be like, that one girl you fell in love with and then she wanted to break up with you and she thought you wasn't cool enough, whatever, because you was gonna yo baby mama was gonna be on her one day. So just hold your head and and don't be upset when there's girls trying to use you for money because you finally get a family where it's somebody who don't want you for your money, and don't feel bad when people didn't try to whatever they try to do, force you to make some beats, have you doing some beats, say you in a hot ass studio sweating making beats for them because one day you was gonna produce for your idol. So just stay focused, and that question is good because I try to look 10 years from now and say if the 10 years from now version of me was talking to me right now, it would be telling me to say exactly what I've been saying for the past 2 months. It would be telling me to turn up. It would be telling me at that moment when Nike offered me a contract and Adidas offered me a contract and Adidas had royalties and Nike ain't had no royalties, the older me would say, look in your daughter's eyes and make a decision of where you want to be, because being cool can play out. But you gotta, because people think it's a joke when I be like, I just want to feed my family. No, I'm saying it costs a lot to feed my family. My particular family costs a lot. I mean, it's jumping out the woodworks, trying to take photos, a human being that don't even speak words yet. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be very protective. I gotta, have my money right. I gotta have everything right in a situation to be able to protect my family, at all costs. Because it ain't also me just as a black man, it's not like they trying to support and see someone, come to that next level. And I know how it is even myself, it's like I wrote, Find Your Love for Drake, right? And it was all cool back then until that Find Your Love went #1. And you be like, damn, I wrote that? Man, what was I doing, man? So I feel like that's that same thing I be doing to people. I be dropping that Nicki Minaj monster verse on people all the time when you got to think damn, do I even want this on my album? This it's so cold, it's gonna distract from everything. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't till I keep on standing on their neck, showing them the power, the influence that we have collectively. Because there ain't never been nobody from hip hop that really came in and made it on a Louis Vuitton level and made it on a Nike level. The last person was Jordan. Yeah. And Chicago. It's funny. It's really, man. I need to raise my kids in the shot. That just show you Michael Jordan, Obama, Kanye West, Oprah, Quincy Jones. Chicago. I don't know if it's the cold weather. I don't know if it's the food. I don't know if it's the basic attitude where people be, that keep it real. Come on, man, we ain't got no time for that, man. This is what it is, man. We blah, blah, blah. It be too cold to have a nice day with somebody. Right, we was pulling up. I was like, man, hey, how you doing? Are we opening this door? It's cold out. And that's and that's been my approach when I sit there in them design meetings. I be like, okay, design like this. I need the toe like this. I need that Jordan feeling. Go ahead.
No, and speaking of Chicago, Minister Farrakhan just recently backed you. Did you know that?
I spoke with him. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that he backed you. How do you feel about him backing you up with that whole situation that he backed you with? How do you feel about that?
Man, I think it's amazing. I was supposed to have dinner with him, and I'm sorry to say he had a passing in his family, so we couldn't have dinner. But for me, one thing he told me, he said, you shouldn't ever apologize for the truth. Why do people want you to apologize for the truth? They want me to be, they want to show that people can be weakened in order to be able to control other people, because it ain't like, the conversation I'm having is very simple where my finances come from. It's like, it's Universal Records is, doing this tour, and now it's going to be this outlet of product. Mm-hmm. So, as a man, this is where your finance come from, and anything else is noise. So wait a second. So that means that all this extra banter, all this talk that people trying to do, they trying to create this noise to somehow make me look, weaker by telling the truth, so people can be constantly controlled with lies. If I get into so much trouble for telling the truth, then the rest of the time, what are they telling you? I don't even know. I do know what they want from me, but I know what I want from me also. You put me, you send me to that NBC telethon. You put me, at these award shows. You put me on this microphone. I'm going to just tell you what I seen. I still ain't seen a video better than that Beyonce video. And I just seen 17 new Beyonce videos.
She showed
that I like also. But I still haven't seen, that, come on, man. And everybody, I remember everybody was so mad at me for saying that, Beyonce had that best video. That's when I got into the most trouble. But tell me this, have you seen a video better than that since then? And I haven't. I'm just saying, as an artist, I'm saying art, love, and truth and God are like four things that are extremely close to each other. I'm saying? We have to, be protective of love. We have to be protected of the art sometimes, or else the art gonna keep on getting worse and worse and worse. And most people are so protective of they personal, who they are. If anything, I sacrifice my perception in order to get the truth across. I sacrifice somebody liking me in order to protect the art. Yeah. Was that it? You gotta wrap it up. All right, going good. What we got? You got another question?
Man, I don't want to ask them questions. Well, I breathe time together.
Yeah.
I just wanted Chi-Town to get a chance, to really see you at the crib. You inspire so many people here, a lot of shorties. Matter of fact, you even inspire cats to do fashion now. What I got on right now is from a DJ, Sean Mack. He's got his own little casket fashion line. So you inspiring a lot of people here in your hometown. You got the Donda West thing going on with the kids, where they learning how to write to music, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Just a message for all the people in Chicago that look up to you, that need to be inspired, that want to be the next Kanye West or be in the game. What would you say to them?
Or be the first them.
Yeah, the first them. Exactly.
Man, just just do you to the maximum. If you know you got the answers, then apply that. If you know somebody next to you is, better than you at something, don't be afraid to work with them. Don't be afraid to work together. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Be strong with your opinions and everything, and have that ego that pushes you forward, but then also have the sensibility to understand maybe when somebody else should be the forefront and step to the plate. Think like Don C had a rap group, Don C and Kenny Burns. Yep. I
forgot their name.
Major League or Major Figures.
Major Figures.
Yeah. So. And then Don heard my tracks and heard my raps. Was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get behind that dude right there. So, as y'all making y'all teams, like people that you working with in your high school or in your office, or y'all putting together anything, community center, a basketball team, a clothing line, a demo tape, a restaurant, a real estate agency, whatever you're putting together, it's just like understand that it takes a team to win championships. That you can't do this on our own, and like we're not each other's enemies. A lot of times. Okay, it's cool to have friendly competition, but when it gets to the point where you letting it bring you down and bring your spirit down by trying to compete with somebody that's in your genre, so-called, you losing focus of the bigger goal, and that's to, just make a contribution while we're here. Use your talents and make a contribution,
Okay, that's it. We appreciate you, Kanye, for coming through. Power 92 is your home. We are always the first to go in first, and I'm always the first to go in for my Chicago people, especially for good music. And thank you, man. And tonight, turn up. Turn the United Center out. Plain and simple.
You know what it's gonna be.
Pop-up shop, real quick. You got a pop-up shop. You got a pop-up shop here today?
Yes, I do.
You want to tell the people where it is?
I don't have the address on me. You got
Nobody,
the address?
where's Oak Street or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's a...
Wait, I know it's between, it's across from Lester Lampert Jeweler, between Jill Sander, and it's that Tom Ford store right next to it or something like that?
Tom Ford, yeah.
So it's right there, right in between that.
And they're selling just good music gear and all this stuff?
Yeah, they're selling Yeezus Tour merch there. You know, we just did it. That's just a little, you know, just a little demo tape to what's going to happen.
All
you know,
right.
these next up and coming years.
I need some of that. I'm a walking billboard in Chicago. I need some of that gear, man. All right?
All
right, cool.
right, cool.
It's my people. This is my family right here, man. I don't even need to do no interview. I don't know why they had me do an interview. My boss had me do it, but this is my family. I don't need to do no interview.
They wanted me to drive all the way out to Indiana early in the morning. That's why they had you do it.
That's love, and I appreciate you. And he probably wouldn't have did that for nobody in the world but his family. And I appreciate
that interview was about to get canceled, and then they said, you know, that's DJ Pharris. I was like, oh man, I woke up at 10:15. Man, you don't even know what I was doing at 10:15. When I had to stop to drive up here.
I love you dearly. I've been with you since day one.
I'm just saying, I ain't want to get out of it. You know what I mean?
Me and you both gonna go. Thank you for coming, man. You know I'm here for you anytime, baby. Definitely. All right, cool.
Yo, what's up? This is Kanye West. Now back to the music on Power 92.